Hi guys, Aaron Dorr here, policy advisor with Wyoming gun owners, giving you guys an update on where we are right now on Senator Bouchard's bill, Senate File 88, that would repeal deadly gun-free zones in Wyoming and also fix the problem with Wyoming's preemption law that allows UW and places like that to do whatever the heck they want, more or less, when it comes to our gun rights. As you may have heard on our Facebook page a couple of days ago, there was a vote on this bill in the Senate chamber this past week now, and they voted down Senator Bouchard's bill to end deadly gun-free zones. The way this works in a budget session, you have to have 2/3 of the chamber to vote yes on the bill's introduction to allow it to proceed forward in the legislative process. So we had to get 20 yes votes on this bill for it to remain eligible for consideration during this session. However, we got 16. So we were 4 votes short in this chamber. Now let's just be clear. There's 30 senators in the Wyoming State Senate, 30. And of that 30, there are 3 Democrats in the entire chamber. 3 Democrats, 27 Republicans. We had to simply get 20 of them to vote correctly. And folks, when it came down to it, on this vote, which took place on the 12th, we received a whopping 16, short 4 votes. So the following names are the senators who voted against your gun rights. These are the senators who voted no on this bill. These are the Republican senators. I'm not going to break it down even further. This is the Republican senators who voted against your gun rights this past week in Cheyenne. Senators Anderson, Baldwin, Coe, Cost, Landon, Pappas, Perkins, Scott, Von Flatteren, and Wasserberger. These 10 Republicans are the ones who joined up with Senate Democrats to make sure that you can continue to not be allowed to carry in government buildings all across this state. These are places that you pay for, that you paid to build. Hell, we just finished a multi-year renovation that cost a fortune to renovate our state capitol. Who paid for that? It sure wasn't Senator Von Flatteren. It was the taxpayers of this great state. But you can continue to not carry there because it is against the law right now. And there are so many government properties, government buildings across the state where we can't carry because of current law. And these senators voted alongside of Democrat Senators Rothfuss, Guru, and Ansalmi Dalton to continue to make you a criminal if you carry in these gun-free zones. We all know what's going on. Everybody knows gun-free zones are lethal. Everybody knows that criminals always go to a gun-free zone to carry out their attack. And we all know why, because they're cowards. They want to find an area where you and I can't fight back. And since only the law-abiding citizens like us obey the law anyway, they know that in a gun-free zone, they can do whatever the heck they want because the good guys have already been disarmed. And that's going to continue for a while in Wyoming, thanks to these Republican backstabbers who sided with the liberal left again to vote this bill down. Again, it's a Senate File 88, Senator Bouchard's bill, and Senators Anderson, this is Republican Senators Anderson, Baldwin, Coe, Cost, Landon, Pappas, Perkins, Scott, Von Flatteren, and Wasserberger voted against your Second Amendment rights, joined up with the Democrat Senators Ansalmi Dalton, Guru, and Rothfuss. Guys, and by the way, Senator Agar was excused from this vote. He's been out pretty much the entire week on this first week of the session. And so these are the folks who screwed you. These are the folks who betrayed you. These are the folks who tell you how pro-gun they are at election time to just stab you in the back, guys, every time they can once they're safely in office. I want to thank Senator Bouchard for relentlessly fighting for gun owners here in Wyoming. There is nobody in Cheyenne who has done more to fight for gun owners for the last 10 years than Senator Bouchard. And he continues to fight for you guys. Make sure and thank him for his actions on this bill. And guys, here's where we go from here. So in the House, we have a dueling version of this bill, a mirror image of this bill being pushed by Representative Tim Salazar. He is our sponsor in that chamber. That bill is still eligible to come up for a referral vote to be considered in this 2020 session. But it's the same dynamic. It's the same dynamic. There is a large number of backstabbing moderate Republicans who in their heart of hearts are truly Democrats, who want to crush our gun rights, but to become elected, they have to campaign as being Republican. And these guys and gals are going to have a chance to vote on this bill in the same way they did in the Senate chamber. And we're going to see who, again, will fight for gun owners and who just uses us as campaign fodder at election time. So be watching for that. Be talking to your state reps and put pressure on them. But don't forget, this is an election year. And so whatever happens in this short 24-day session in Cheyenne is only a small part of the story. It's only a small part, because once we get past session, we then have the delightful August primaries. And Wygo has roared loudly at election time, the primary elections, for a long time, exposing gun grabbers. And in some cases, as in the case of Senator Fred Emmerich, in 2018, he was removed from office because once gun owners saw or heard from Wygo about the crappy record of Senator Emmerich, they kicked his butt out of Cheyenne and into retirement. That is what we are always looking for. We have our legislative program, but we also have our election program. Now, we're a 501c4. Can't tell folks who to vote for, never have, never will. What we can do, though, what we love to do, is to expose the record of gun grabbers. This is a record. This roll call vote right here, this gives us the ammo we need to expose anti-gun lawmakers. So this fight is far from over. It is far from that. This is where we're at right now, though. It's been voted down in the Senate, betrayed by a whole bunch of so-called pro-gun Republicans. And now we're waiting to see what happens with the House vote. Continue to make your voice heard. Talk to your state reps. Insist they vote yes on this bill. And guys, if you're not getting updates from Wygo, if you're watching this video on Facebook or on YouTube, and you're like, where'd this come from? Sign up for our emails. It's wygoupdates.com, so you know what's going on in real time and can take action to fight for your gun rights. If you're not a member, go to joinwygo.com, joinwygo.com, and get involved today. More to come, guys. Stay involved, stay engaged, stay active, and we'll keep you informed. Thank you.